adopted. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same, motion carries. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we'll begin with our resident comments, the privilege of the floor. Susan Taylor Roney, is this from last time? Oh, she's here. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
No, but this week.
Please state your name and address and ask you to limit comments to about 3 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Please state your name and address and please limit comments to about 3 minutes. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm giving you a bunch of papers tonight. The first page, when people say, I'm just going to read a portion. I was sicker than I ever was. That proves it was a virus. Or I lost my taste and smell. That proves it was a virus. Or Sally and Johnny both got sick at a chickenpox party. That proves it was a virus. They're committing 3 logical fallacies in one. Begging the question, a reification fallacy, and affirming the consequent. In order to say that X causes Y, you must first prove the existence of X. X, in the case of virology, hasn't been proven. You can't assume that X exists, begging the question, then proceed to assign characteristics, properties, or behaviors to it, a reification fallacy, and then point to effects as proof of the cause, affirming the consequent. Further, just because we don't know with certainty what did cause Y, doesn't mean we revert back to accepting the unproven premise that X causes Y because we don't know the true culprit. Falsification doesn't require a replacement. And it goes on about how the murder and but so everyone points to this certain person, but the person is able to provide all this proof that he wasn't there. But well, until you can show us who did murder that person, it must have been this person. And that's absurd. But that's what happens when someone says, well, since you can't tell me what did cause why, it must have been a virus. There's more on that page. The next 2-page paper is an abstract from the Northeast Medical Monthly written by Dr. Henry Rogers, presented before the Chautauqua Society of History and Natural Sciences, dated 1900, 10 years before the Flexner Report of 1910 that was commissioned by the Rockefeller family via the Carnegie Foundation that did away with schools that didn't teach petrochemical treatments for symptoms. Please refer to the second page under what the germ does, 3rd paragraph. It is these innumerable and invisible workers which cause organic matter to putrefy, decompose, and fall back into its original elements. Without them, all dead bodies would remain undecomposed, unchanged, as if embalmed, and the surface of the globe would be so encumbered with inert matter that all human and animal life would perish from the earth. Thus, these wonderful invisible entities preserve the earth for the use of man. The next page is a homotoxicology chart for your reference. Please look it over and save it for future reference. The next page is a terrain cheat sheet that gives you a more grounded look at symptoms of nature balancing itself. We are a part of nature. We are not a car that needs new parts. The next page is a QR code for a woman who tells the story of many of us moms who witness a change in the health of their babies. It is a half-hour long read. I'm not going to take advantage of your good graces by reading it, hence the QR code instead. The next page is from Michael Wallach's episode 3 of the Viral Delusion. I have written down the key point in this video starting at approximately the 35-minute mark through the 52-minute mark, about 17 minutes long. Full length of this particular episode is just over an hour. The final page is from Mike Stone's Viral IG page on YouTube. He has 2 concise 5-minute videos on there explaining the illogical science of virology. I made a call several weeks back to Superintendent of Curriculum asking about logic that I left on her voicemail. I never received a return call. Regardless, if you could please consider putting logic back into the 9-week field curriculum with emphasis and incentive for our students, that would be greatly appreciated by our future generations. No, I'm not a medical doctor. I am also not beholden to that industry because of my identity, my status, my astronomical debt, my standing amongst my peers, nor my cognitive dissonance to the incredulity of this information. Once again, at the very least, please reconsider any advice from the state that encourage you to break the law regarding medical exemptions. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you. And moving on to our consensus agenda items. Looking to separate item number 9. Anything else to separate? Okay. So I'll call for a motion to approve consensus items 1 through 8 and 10 as well. The motion? It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Call for a motion to approve the land transfer, agenda item number 9 there. Do you have any comment on that? Oh, it's gonna be a roll call.
Yep.
Can I get a motion?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Roll call. Clerk.
Jason,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Wendy? Yes. Craig,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
thank you.
Motion's been approved. Moving on to our personnel items. We will separate number 3. So I'll call for a motion to accept personnel items 1 and 2 and 4 through 55. Let's see.
Make a motion. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Call for a motion. Oh, do you want to introduce? I'm sorry, Mr. Stack.
So at this time, it's my honor and privilege to introduce to you Tom Weymouth. And Tom is coming to us tonight, and we're asking for the board to support his appointment as a technology teacher at our middle school. But just a little bit about Tom. Tom has grown up in Buffalo, recently moved to Niagara Falls in the last few years, and currently resides with a 14-year-old Chihuahua and Tiffany, his girlfriend. So I'm just, the Chihuahua, I can imagine, was not a bad word. I see that in.
Good saying.
Good saying. The Chihuahua, yeah, beautiful dog, and the Chihuahua's name is Nittany.
Yes.
Yeah. But really cool background that Thomas has as a tech teacher at LaSalle Preparatory in Niagara Falls, where he's taught technical drawing, 3D modeling, bridge building, coding. and has implemented the design process a great deal there. He's also ran several after-school clubs, including the coding club, in working with microcontrollers. He's taught AutoCAD and design to 10th graders in Niagara Falls High School and has worked extensively with the P-TECH program there. Students have competed in the Tech Wars and those various competition, and he's also helped serve and bridge the LaSalle preparatory robotics team, which is also neat. And that is a team that ranks, it's made some press as of late. It's been, you know, in the papers and on the news for being in the top 20 in the nation. Over the last few years, he's attended the SXSW education and P-TECH conferences to stay current with emerging trends in the technology realm. And last year, he wrote the entire technology program for the Niagara Falls Middle Schools, and it has overseen the grant funding allocations for that as well, mostly hands-on learning initiatives and so on and so forth. He's very passionate. That became very apparent to me as we were going through, you know, the interview process and phase, and just in conversing with him, I could tell that he's very interested in future careers in education, especially educational technology. He's certainly super excited about our technology upgrades. It was a huge appeal for him to be able to come to our district and see and hear and research the construction of our new rooms and facilities. He's also excited to either coach or get very active with our robotics programs, interested in the drone soccer piece. And we asked for the Board of Education tonight to support his appointment as a technology teacher here in our district.
Thank you. Call for a motion to approve the appointment of Tom as presented.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Welcome aboard. Okay, moving on to our standing committees, capital projects report, Don.
No, there's, pretty much, we're pretty
much on target, as a final March and be able to get into the building, hopefully by the end of this month, we'll be all closed up. And then we'll look do a little walkthrough with our committee. So that's about it right now.
Very good. Thank you. The policy committee, do you want me to, just a couple policies to read?
Yes.
We good? Okay. We have the second reading on the adoption of two policies. Policy 5676, the privacy and security of student data and teacher and principal data, as well as policy 5681, school safety plans. So call for a motion to approve both of those policies.
Make a motion.
second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Okay, the external written communication to the board, the early graduation, that's for your information. Turn to ex officio member report. Ethan.
So I would like to talk about how our eco campus went, because it was fantastic. We planted so many trees. Actually 5 to be, what was it? What was it, Dan? 10? All right, 10 trees.
I think you did 5 yourself.
Yeah. I'm like that. No, at least 15 students were there, at least. There was some, and there's a lot of adult participation, like not even from the school. There was like just adults I've never even seen. So it was fantastic. And then, you know, from like looking back and like just standing in the fields where like soccer kids play, it looked great, honestly. I think we did a great job. And we cleaned up a little bit, had some hot chocolate, donuts, perfect. I also want to talk about how fall sports were wonderful. We had a lot of winning teams. We went to playoffs, I think, for men's volleyball, and there's other ones, but I can't think off the top of my head. So we've done pretty well with our fall sports, and now we have our winter sports coming up, and I think we have a pretty good prospect for that. I also want to talk about the Hall Wall of Fame, which was last weekend, and fantastic. I mean, I have to commend the whole Hall Wall of Fame committee. It looked fantastic. Like all the seating, it was set up very, very well. And I mean, I was there. I read the Pledge of Allegiance. We also had 2 other seniors that were also there. Taylor Riggio, who sang the national anthem, and Emma Hurley, who did a whole paragraph on how the alumni have affected us at our school to make a positive impact, and they truly have. Because they're fantastic, like there was this one guy, he was a civil engineer, and wow, the things that he has done, very impressive. Also, I'd like to talk about all the festivities that have been going on around the district, like at the Eric Road, we've had our trunk or treat, which is pretty good. I mean, I was there and there's a lot of kids there, lots of participation between not just Eric Road, but with all the volunteers. There was at least 10 kids from the high school volunteering, so I think that was fantastic. And also at the high school, we had our Spirit Week, which was also amazing because we had a lot of participation with people wearing costumes or doing random like dress ups for the Spirit Days. So it was pretty good. And in all, I think the school has been running pretty good so far, not many big problems, but yeah, I'll pass it on.
All right, thank you, Ethan. Moving on to the president's report. Don't have too much other than say, I had the opportunity to go to the conference in New York for NISPA. Great lot of good sessions, the law seminar, I thought was very good information to take away from there. A lot of it focused, AI was once again, similar to last year, kind of a topic choice for a lot of the seminars. And Bob was also there.
Yeah. AI was the big topic of the conference. I mean, I went to like 3 different classes on that, and it's something that's gonna be embedded pretty soon, I think, in a lot of the functions. But the big thing was that people get a little scared of it, but I mean, it's really, you need to look at it as a tool. And that's how they presented it to us. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, so thankful to the district for allowing me the opportunity, and thankful to BOCES for paying Bob's way to the conference. With that, I'll pass to the superintendent for his report.
Thank you. First, I want to thank Jason and Bob for attending. It's another thing that the board members do for this district. Tonight, we actually celebrated the board. We had our board recognition dinner. For those out there that don't know, being a board member, there's no pay. There's plenty of emails, plenty of phone calls. A lot of thought, deliberation goes into really important decisions, and I know working with this group, they take all of those decisions to heart. They know how important they are. They do extra work on extra committees and attend conferences and forums. So on behalf of the district, I want to say thank you to the board for all you do. Your volunteerism is really important, and we appreciate it. Ethan stole my thunder. I think total adults, kids were somewhere in the 50 to 60 participant range. I wasn't joking with how much work Ethan did. You heard Ethan say it kind of matter of factly that he was at these events, but he wasn't just at these events. He was doing work at all these events. You know, he's for a high school kid to be at a trunk or treat. I mean, we're talking all within just a 2-week period, right? He's at trunk or treat. He's at the Wall of Fame ceremony there to help set up, to help take down. And then also a Deco campus project, the hard work that took that morning. And I think you had to leave early to go do something else that day, working kind of volunteer related.
I had tennis.
Looking at tennis. So he came and helped put up trees and then went and played tennis. Yeah. I could barely walk. But Ethan, you've been a really great representative on this board, but those couple weeks I saw the incredible work that you do. So thanks for being a part of it. The Wall of Fame ceremony was really awesome. And I want to thank Dominic and his group. I want to thank our cleaning staff here. The work that they do to get this place prepared is incredible. You walk into our cafeteria that day and it looks like you're walking into any banquet hall. The tables are covered, the dinner marks that of, going to any kind of banquet hall. The kitchen staff doing absolutely incredible job. Love doing it and do it really, really well. every year, some guests ask where the food came from, we tell them right out of that kitchen. They're making it right there, and it's pretty impressive stuff. The, we inducted 8 members of the Wall of Fame, 3 members of the Athletic Hall of Fame. If you haven't been down the main hallway or down the athletic hallway, you need to get down there, you need to see how that continues to grow. Those people have graduated from our district or worked, or provided, support within our community to our district, and, it's a pretty impressive group. So, I want to thank all the members of the Wall of Fame committee, and it would be silly if I didn't mention Al Pogel. Al Pogel is the chair of this committee, does so much of the work. The rest of us work alongside of him, and he really preps almost every part of that, that day and everything leading up to it. So thanks, Al. And the last thing I have on here is, as we get a little bit closer, we just need to zero in on our Board of Education walkthrough. So I'll leave this on these notes for future meetings. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to reports to the board, finance with their budgets, calendar review. Deanna?
So it's hard to believe, probably for most of you, but it's time to start talking about next year's budget for 26-27. So at the end of this month, we'll begin by requesting input from the building principals and department heads. In January, we will begin our budget presentations here at the scheduled board meetings. And as we get into March and through May, there are many deadlines required by law. So this calendar will help us keep us on track for those deadlines. And most notably, I think, is we talk about the tax cap at the February 18th meeting to meet the deadline for the state tax cap submission, which is March 1st. We have the departments come and present at the March 4th meeting. And then we have the budget workshop in April 1st and budget adoption by April 15th. And then, of course, our most notably is the budget vote itself, which is May 19th. Any questions?
No, do we need to approve that or anything, or is that just,
Yeah, we've usually done that as an action item, so it's.
Yes.
right, I'll call then for a motion to approve the 2026-27 budget calendar as presented.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Thanks, Dan. Moving on, let's see. Any items for board discussion? Old business? For new business, we just had a appeal of the superintendent's decision, and the board reviewed, and we're resolved that the Board of Education, having considered the appeal dated October 26, 2025, and received on October 26, 2025, of the October 16th, 2025 written decision of the superintendent of schools, hereby sustains that decision and denies the appeal.
So moved.
For motion? To accept that?
Second.
Been motioned and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Thank you. Moving on to public comments.
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On one more item under new business, Deanna approached me earlier just to give a heads up to the audit committee that she wants me, if we can, have an audit committee meeting on Wednesday, December 3rd at 5 o'clock prior to our board meeting. So just heads up so you can plan around that. Okay, thank you.
And for policy committee, we need to talk about something for the ad building acceptable umbrella usage policy. Mr. Olanich asked me to bring that up to talk in your policy committee about. Mr. Stack would have some explaining to do.
Later.
Not on record, of course. Yeah. Nothing that pertinent, of course.
Any
Except
other
brain
new
business.
Okay, open up the, comments, anyone from audience? Okay.
The umbrella policy is always good to do
Boy,
Oh.
tough audience here, huh?
All right, any board member comments tonight?
I'm good.
I'd like to say thanks to Dan and everyone for the board appreciation dinner that was hosted tonight. Appreciate that. And welcome aboard once again, Tom. Glad to have you.
We'll get you an umbrella, Tom.
Someone's got to explain what's going on. All right, maybe I'll. Okay. With that, I'll call for a motion to adjourn.
So.
Sorry.